Hello. In this video, we're going to look at multiplication using the standard algorithm. So I'm sure many adults have been taught this way. This will be a quick refresher for adults, for students. You're building off of what we learned in fourth grade. So we're getting away from area models. We're getting into a new strategy. So if you're doing multiplication by a single digit only, we have one digit on the bottom, multiplying by a multi-digit at the top. In this case, our main number is going to be 5. What I would suggest is off to the side, we're going to write our multiples of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45. So it makes it a little bit easier, especially when we come to those harder numbers. And we're trying to multiply by 7s or 8s, you already have a list on the side. In this case, we're doing 5. So 5 times 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 times 7 is 35. Put down my 5. And I'm going to regroup my 3 into the next place value, which is my 4. And I'm going to do 5 times 4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 plus the 3 that I carried is 23. So I'm going to put down my 3 and regroup my 2 that I need to add. And my last one's 5 times 8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 times 8 is 40, plus the 2 that I carried is 42. So my answer is 4,235. We usually encourage students to at least get an estimate beforehand too, to know when or where your number should be around, where your answer should be around. So 847, we would round to 800. And we're still multiplying it by 5 in this case. So since there's 2 zeros, I need 2 zeros in my answer. 5 times 8 is 40. So we know our answer should be somewhere around 4,000. Our answer is close to 4,000. So getting an estimate really helps at least know we're around the right area. So we have three examples here, numbers 2, 3, and 4. If you want to pause the video right now, you can go ahead and pause it, solve the problems on your own, and then click play, and I will reveal the answers. If you want to follow along with me and get the answers right away, you can go through these problems fairly quickly. For number 2, I'm going to estimate. I know 1,800 is close to 2,000. If I multiply that by 3, I would get 6,000. So my answer should be somewhere around 6,000. When I start multiplying, 3 times 4 is 12. Put down my 2, regroup my 1 in the next place value. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 3 times 8 is 24. Put down my 4, regroup my 2. And then 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So my answer is 5,472. For number 3, if I'm going to estimate, I'm going to use the number 2,000, and I'm multiplying that by 5. So I'm going to have 3 zeros, and 5 times 2 is 10. So my answer should be somewhere around 10,000. 5 times 4 is 20. Put down my 0, carry my 2. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17. Put down my 7, regroup my 1. 5 times 0 is 0, plus the 1 that I carried is 1. And then 5 times 2 is 10. So my answer is 10,170, which is close to my estimate of 10,000. And the last one, number 4, I have 925. I would round that to 900. Multiply that by 7. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 0 is 0. And 7 times 9 is 63. So my answer should be around 6,300. When I solve it, 7 times 5 is 35. Carry my 3 over to the next place value. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. Put down my 7. Carry my 1. 7 times 9 is 63. 63 plus 1 is 64. So my answer is 6,475, which is pretty close to my estimate of 6,300. Moving on from our single digits on the bottom, 5th grade has to go up to double digits at least. So when we see a number with double digits, it's the same steps, except when we go down to the next row, we have to understand what's going on. So we're still looking at the number 3 first. And we're going to do 3 times 4 first. 3 times 4 is 12. Put down my 2, regroup my 1. Then I have to do 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Put down my 0, regroup my 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And then 3 times 9 is 27. So what we've just figured out so far in this column is 3 times 9,234. I like to put that down to make sense of the problem when we're first learning it, because now we're going to move over to our 9, and we're going to move down 1 row, but the 9 is in the tens place, so it's not really a 9. We're technically multiplying by 90 times 9,234. So with that understanding, we know where our 0 comes from now, because my 0 comes off that 90. I have to have a 0 as a placeholder because we're really multiplying by 90. Once we have that placeholder, we can start multiplying each number by 9. 9 times 4 is 36. Put down my 6, regroup my 3. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 3 is 30. Put down my 0, regroup my 3. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. Put down my 1, regroup my 2. And then 9 times 9 is 81. 81 plus 2 is 83. When we have everything, we have 3 times 9,234. We have 90 times 9,234. So if we put those two together, we're really finding 93 times 9,234. So we're going to add everything. 2 plus 0 is 2. 0 plus 6 is 6. 7 plus 0 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. And then 8 plus nothing is 8. And we get our answer of 858,762. If we were estimating for this one, we would estimate 9,000 times 90. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So I need 4 zeros in my answer. And then 9 times 9 is 81. So our answer, when we're estimating, should be close to 810,000. Our actual answer is fairly close to that. So again, we're going to get a couple practice problems. At this point, if you want to go ahead and pause it, you can pause it. And if you're staying with me, I'm going to run through these quick to try and keep this video short and sweet. So solving number 2, I'm going to multiply my 2 times all 3 numbers first, and then I'll move over to my 1. So 2 times 8 is 16. Regroup my 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 2 times 2 is 4. This right here is 2 times 238. Next column down, I'm going to do 10 times 238. I need to make sure I have my 0 written down. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 times 2 is 2. When I add it all together, I'll be able to get my 12 times 238 as my answer. So 6 plus 0 is 6, 8 plus 7 is 15, 4 plus 1 plus 3 is 8, and then 2 plus nothing is 2, so my answer is 2,856. Again, if we estimated first, I would have 200 times 10 as my estimation. So there's 3 zeros, and 1 times 2 is 2. My answer should be somewhere around 2,000, which is looking good. For number 3, I'm going to estimate it first. I have 7,000 times 45. I would round that up to 50. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, and 7 times 5 is 35. So I know my answer has to be somewhere around 350,000. I can start solving in my first row. It's going to be 5 times 7,342. I'm going to do 5 times 2, which is 10. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 is 21. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 1 is 36. I'm going to drop down to the next row, which is really going to be 40 times 7,342. So again, remembering that 0 as a placeholder, because I'm actually multiplying by 40, I can go back and do 4 times 2, 4 times 4, 4 times 3, and 4 times 7. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. And 4 times 7 is 28, plus 1 is 29. When I add all of these together, I'm going to get 45 times 7,342. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 1 is 9. 6 plus 7 is 13. 6 plus 3 plus 1 is 10. 9 plus 3 plus 1 is 13. And then 2 plus 1 is 3. So my answer is 330,390, which is close to my estimate of 350,000. The next problem, I'm going to move over. I need a little bit more room. Doing 96 times 2031. So my estimation, I would do 2000 times 100, because 96 would be rounded up to 100. So I have 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. 2 times 1 is 2. So my answer should be somewhere around 200,000. When I start solving, again, the first row is 6 times 2031. That's what we're trying to accomplish. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Put down my 8, carry my 1. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. And then 6 times 2 is 12. If I go down a row, I'm actually multiplying 90 times 2031. That helps us, again, remind ourselves that we need a 0 as a placeholder because we're multiplying by 90. I can go through, multiply my 9 times 1, 9 times 3, and 9 times 2. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Put down my 7. Regroup my 2. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. And 9 times 2 is 18. When I add all of it together, I'm going to get my 96 times 2031 is my answer. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 8 is 17. 7 plus 1 plus 1 is 9. 2 plus 2 is 4. 8 plus 1 is 9. And 1 plus nothing is 1. So I get my answer of 194,976, which is close to my estimation of 200,000. So it's a quick recap of multiplication of single digits and double digits. Hope this helped out and get a quick refresher of it. Next video, we will be doing division and getting into long division with the standard algorithm. Again, what most parents are used to. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.